Hello, how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to day 25 with the stories of the prophets. Can't believe we've come so far. There's about between 4 or maybe 5 days left of Ramadan, but we'll just hope it goes well. And as always, with every video, we like to wish everybody happy Ramadan. And we hope whenever you listen to this, it's been going well for you, or it has been going well for you as well, or it had been going well for you. But as always, everybody at Antibiotics wishes everyone all the best. Now, today we're going to be telling you the story about Prophet Isa, peace be upon him. When Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, was just a child, he found himself wandering into the temples to listen to the sermons of the rabbis amongst a crowd of adults. He would listen to them intently, question them, and express his opinion without fear or intimidation. This was, however, not welcomed by learned rabbis who felt threatened by having their authority challenged by a child. He was great at debating, and they often failed to respond to his questions, so instead they tried to silence him. But he would not shy away from raising his views. As Isa grew older, the wisdom and the special abilities that Allah bestowed upon him became apparent to those around him, as was the mystery and miraculous nature surrounding his conception and birth. His entire life was fulfilled with unexplainable miracles. This was a clear sign to the people of his prophethood. All the while he was called out to his people to worship Allah, the one true God. Surely Allah is my Lord and your Lord, so worship him alone. This is the straight path. Now into his adulthood. On the day of Sabbath, the Jewish priests maintained a holy day for complete rest. Although the day was chosen by Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, to dedicate Allah's worship, and strange practices were maintained by the Jews, followers could not light or extinguish a fire, women could not braid their hair, nor could they call a doctor to save a patient who was in critical condition. On this day, Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, was well aware of the apparently sacred practices of Sabbath, picked fruits to feed a hungry child, to light a fire to keep an old woman warm, practice that violated the law. Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, was observant of the monetization that occurred in the name of faith and worship. He observed how the priest earned a hefty living through the temple. He watched on how the temple had been transformed into a marketplace, selling sheep and doves for sacrifice, and was astonished how the poor could not afford the rates. Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, failed to understand why offsprings were burnt in the temple while thousands of poor people were starving outside the temple walls. It was on this night that prophets Zechariah and Yahya were killed, and Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, received the message from his Lord. In his first revelation, Allah commanded Isa, peace be upon him, to begin preaching the truth to the children of Israel who were clearly led astray. The message of Isa, peace be upon him. Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, openly denounced the materialistic life of luxury and invited his people to lead a humble life. He appealed to his people to refrain from hoarding wealth and spend their time in the worship of Allah, so they would maintain a prosperous afterlife. He preached forgiveness and mercy to teach others and the creatures that roam the earth. And it was very clear from all accounts that Isa, peace be upon him, was not seeking worldly power, either as a ruler or through financial means. His mission was to establish the worship of one creator in the manner of the creator commanded. He denounced the practices that was held by the people of that time, and it was in the conflict with the superficial interpretation of the Torah. Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, informed them that he did not wish to denounce the Torah, but aimed to help people understand the true essence of its words. He knew that they were hypocrites. They would say one thing, but do another. They taught about God, but they did not do things for the love of God. He further clarified some of the teachings of the Ten Commandments. For example, the Sixth Commandment forbids adultery. However, this does not mean the physical contact between a man and a woman, but unlawful acts that may lead one to adultery. This begins with the gaze. The eye commands adultery when it looks at something with passion, and therefore lowering one's gaze will protect one from unlawful desires. These teachings further threatened the position and authority of the high priest. Thus they began their schemes to take down Prophet Isa, peace be upon him. Now, time for my own thoughts. Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, was a very humble person who, like all of the prophets, peace be upon them all, throughout the history of Islam, did not care about worldly life. There wasn't about, oh, if I do this for you, you do that for me in return. If I give you this, I want 10 times the repayment in return. It doesn't work like that. They were the most honest business individuals on the face of the earth. It's like I've mentioned in another story of other prophets as well. For example, if there's a business deal that's being taken place, and if 99% of that business deal is good, as you say, it's halal, and 1% of it is forbidden, that 1% would surely knock out the other 99%. So here, that's what they always tell everybody: be honest, help those who are in need. Do not, commit acts of forbiddenness. What are you going to gain from it? That is the whole point. If you leave a good message here in this world, it will definitely carry you into the next life. Whatever it is that you believe in, whether you believe in heaven, alternate universe, whatever, go for it. That's your choice. I respect that. We all respect that as well. But at the end of the day, this is what it comes down to. You help somebody in this life, they'll remember that forever. Even after you're long gone, you will always receive the reward of doing a good deed. And that is what all these prophets, peace be upon him, were like. To me, they are real life heroes. They've walked the land. They knew what they were doing. They knew how to do the good thing. Why? Because they believed in doing the right thing. If something didn't feel right, they'd walk away. That's how you got to do in life. Regardless of anything, if you're going for a job interview, if the job doesn't feel right on the day of the interview, that's telling you something. Go find something else. Even if you say, oh, I need a job, I'm desperate, I'm this, that, and the other. Do not fall on the acts of desperation, because if you fall on the acts of desperation, it always ends out wrong for you. If you be patient, relax, go home and just say, okay, I went to the interview, it didn't work out for me, I didn't think it was right. You know what? I'm going to relax, I'm going to be patient, because I know something better is going to come through the door. And then guess what? Something will come through. Why? Because you practice patience. You practiced understanding. You were being cool and calm about it. And that is what we lack in today's society. We lack patience. So be patient and everything will work out for you. This is what they've always done. This is why people say, don't look at something in the wrong way. That is what Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, was also saying as well. Don't look at something the wrong way, because it's always going to come back and get you. You know what they say? What goes around comes around. It's a very cliche saying, but it's a very factful saying as well. And that is what all these prophets, peace be upon them all, have always taught us. So I hope you like this video. There is a few more videos coming your way for the rest of Ramadan. We're going to be moving on to something else as well. I hope it's going well for you and your family. You all know the drill. Click subscribe, turn on notifications. And again, from everybody at Addi, we wish you all the best, and God bless you all.